So take a long time, 'cause all the world is lucky to be your home. I know I need a next life, 'cause I'm not satisfied to know you just won. So take a long time, all the world is lucky to be your home. I know I need a next life, not satisfied to know you just once. So take a long time, all the world is lucky to be your home. I know I need a next life, not satisfied to know you just won. So take a long time, all the world is lucky to be your home. I know I need a next life, not satisfied to know you just won.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's make sure everything looks good before sketchbooking, right? Yeah. What's going on, everyone? The settings on the camera looking okay? Hope the audio is doing all right. I did have to kind of disassemble my setup. I did kind of have to disassemble my setup this weekend because I took this camera with me to an anime convention, and you know, we shoot episodes, record vlogs at the convention. But yeah, so what we're going to be doing today is we have a Copic marker illustration that we're going to be working on. We're going to take all the knowledge that we learned from our last art study live stream, which was the fantasy study 24-hour stream. I think the area that I excelled the most at on that last stream was the armor. So this is going to be a very armor heavy illustration. We're not going to be doing any line work. We're actually going to be trying to do a more like a painterly style, but we will be working purely in Copic markers. So, hey, what's going on? How did the con go? We're going to talk about FanimeCon once more people roll in. So we're going to start with the drawing. We're going to talk about Fanime, and I welcome you to the blonde era. All right. Fanime was surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, Fanime is always good, but I thought Fanime was great. it didn't. You know how sometimes you go to a really busy convention, you have you're at your artist table, and sometimes it feels like you're getting attacked by like a horde of zombies sometimes, where it just gets so overwhelming you can't deal with everyone who's at your table, and then like it gets empty for a little bit, and then it was another wave of people. We didn't deal with that at all. It was for me it was like consistently busy the whole time. Like I didn't make, you know, like I said, I didn't have like an unmanageable amount of people at any time, but it was like continuous sales, like not fucking nonstop. Yeah, pretty good. I'm gonna let I just let the Discord know that we're live, and now I'm gonna let the Instagrams know that we're live. My office is a huge train wreck right now, by the way. Whenever it is that we finish this stream, we're gonna go ahead and have to go and organize everything, get everything ready for the next con. I'll be at a conflict in Texas this weekend. Yeah, I heard all the jokes. I heard Super Saiyan. Somebody called me Jamie Lannister. My mom said The Witcher. Someone said Lucius Malfoy, which I think is the most accurate one. There was another one. There's a couple of other ones. Hold on, let me tell the Instagram that we're live. Talk about Fanime right now, right? Actually, okay, let me tell the Instagrams that we're live, and then we'll just talk about FanimeCon right now and get that out of the way, okay? Live now. All right, so Ric Flair hair. You have a deep desire to purple shampoo my hair. You know, I was actually so we were gonna start by talking about the convention, but I guess we could just talk about the hair. So originally I was gonna color it like a silver, like a slate, which is like a blue gray, right? And we had actually talked about that on stream for a couple weeks, and in order for me to get there, I had to bleach it first because you know I had like basically like jet black hair. So we bleached it. My wife did an amazing job, by the way. It's like perfect. And my hair is naturally really oily. I don't know if you guys know that, but like I got like oily man hair. If I skip washing my hair for a day, I know they say you're not supposed to wash your hair for a day, or you're not supposed to wash your hair every day. They say, but if I skip one day, this turns into like a mop, like straight up, which has really helped rehydrate my hair, honestly. So we did a bleach. We left that shit in there for an hour, right? And when it came out, she was like, all right, you want to color it? And I was like, hold up. Let's just leave it like this. Because if we went gray, then I can't enjoy the blonde. If we can go blonde for a couple of weeks and then go gray, right? We can enjoy both. So I don't know how long the blonde our blonde era will last, okay? But we're gonna make the most of it, and we'll make it last as long as we can. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out. Okay, so that's the story with the hair. Next we'll let me grab my pencil so we could start sketching while I talk about FanimeCon. That way we can actually get work done while I'm talking. Have you ever bleached it before? This is my first time bleaching my hair. Like ever. No. Well, why am I so on top of the frame? There's usually a little space. Yeah, and for those who don't know, once you bleach your hair, you're not supposed to wash it for basically as long as you can possibly stand it. We have some like Oplex and stuff, which is like my wife actually has that for her like her psoriasis. So it's actually the same stuff that you can use to rehydrate your hair. Anyway, I'm fucking ready to wash my hair on Wednesday, and it's so gross right now. But if I wash it, then it's gonna get all crinkly. But yeah, what do you guys think? I was surprised when I stepped out. Um, I was really happy with how it looked, and I was just like, hold up, we're gonna just keep it like this. um, yeah, Leia. I mean, it's not dangerous, but I mean, it's a tricky process to get the bleach working right. Hey, what's going on? I act as if I'm going to actually draw covering both papers. All that like bullshit like I'm going to. We're gonna do one. Hey, what's going on? So like I said, I don't want to do any line art with this. Basically, remember that armored character that we did during the 24-hour stream last week? We're basically going to redo that drawing, but I want to be using warm grays because I want it to look like a gold, like I want it to look like gold armor. I want it to be highly reflective. It's going to be much more rendered out this time. We did that 24-hour fantasy study last week, and I really enjoyed the armor portion. So we're going to be doing an armor illustration today, and I want it to look gold. So why? Where's this light? Where's this shadow coming from? We normally don't have that shadow. I bet this is too bright. Oh, that's better. There we go. That's better. I'm doing well. So before we get started, my buddy at FanimeCon this past weekend gave me a hard seltzer called Happy Dad by Death Row Records. Y'all know Death Row Records, that's a Snoop Dogg. So let's see if this shit is any good. Matt, if you're watching, I'm drinking it. I told you I drink it. That's actually pretty good. Because it doesn't taste like, because seltzers normally have this weird bitter flavor to them. Like, have you ever had a White Claw? This doesn't have that. This just tastes like carbonated, you know, that like flavored carbonated water you can get at Walmart. This tastes just like that. And that's good, so. Anyway. So before we had the character just standing, like it was a straight 1 point perspective shot. This one, I want the shot from above at a 3/4 angle, and I want the perspective to be a little bit more aggressive, right? Seltzer is some kind of beer. Yeah. They're called hard seltzers, right? That's what they're called. I'm not a big alcoholic. Okay, so we talked about the blonde era. All right, we're talking about this drawing that we're doing. Let's talk about Fanime. So FanimeCon, and I shot an episode for FanimeCon too. So whenever it is, I find time to edit that. Yeah, I'll get that episode out to y'all. FanimeCon was good. FanimeCon is always good for Artist Alley. Exhibitor Hall, I can't speak for because I've never done exhibitors for that. I'm incredibly happy with the result. It felt really slow because, like I was talking about earlier, I was never bombarded by like a group. Like sometimes you get like a rush of people at your artist table, and it's so much that you can't handle it, you know? And then maybe you lose sales, or anyway, I never had that moment. It was just like sale, someone walks away, minute later, sale. You know, it's like a nonstop. So it felt slow, but I actually beat my old Fanime record in sales, which, come on, you got to be happy about that, right? A couple of things to note. They were still, hey everyone, in the chat, are we still streaming? Is we still connected? What's going on? You guys still with me? Y'all still with me? All right, Leia. It's good now? Okay. I don't know what's been going on with my internet, man. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I pay hella money for this and it's still tripping out. Yeah, so like Artist Alley, it didn't feel like, it felt so slow. But anyway, it's not your internet, it's mine. Like I see it telling me it's cutting off and reconnect and disconnecting and stuff. But anyway, they had, it was interesting that they still had zero tolerance mask requirements. They had vaccine verification, which I'm okay with. I'm still okay with that. My problem is, from what I've been told, I didn't go there to the vaccine check. I was told that they were checking everything manually, which is fucking stupid, dude. Like how slow, like you can't possibly, like other conventions, you have something like the Clear app where you upload your vaccine history or your vaccine stuff to that program, and then if the event will sign up with that app, and then the event will show up on the app, and then you upload your stuff and they'll send it to the event, and then when you go to the event, you just have a little thing where you scan it and then boop, you're in, right? But I was told that they were manually checking people, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I actually talked to a family on day 4, which is Monday, because the con was 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, where she said she waited in line with her 2 kids. So it was her and her 2 young kids. They waited in line for 2 hours to the vaccine check, and they got turned away because they had pictures. You know how you fucking everybody allows you to just use a picture on your phone? Now they needed either a physical copy or like the official version of it from the website, or else they're not going to let you in, or else they won't let you get your badge because you have to clear that. So there were people waiting in line for so long, like hours, to get vaccine verified, and then they had to go to another line and wait for hours to get their badge. And I was like, fuck all that, dude. Fuck all that. Oh, is Twitch running is my Twitch running a bunch of ads? I thought I turned that shit down. Yeah, so all those pictures that you see of Fanime, like they call it FanimeCon, that's all just people waiting for their fucking vaccines, man. Or vaccine verification. Hold on. Hold up. All right, I'm back. Yeah. Don't worry, once I'm finally allowed to wash my hair, it's gonna be like glorious. There's gonna be so much volume to it. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, anytime you click on any stream, you get a bunch of annoying ads. Well, you should be getting like 30 seconds worth of ads right when you click onto any stream or an affiliate or higher. You should automatically get at least a 30-second ad immediately. You went later in the day? Good. Very smart. Yeah, it's just I don't really mind the regulations. You want us to wear masks, whatever. I mean, like, if no shirt, no shoes, no service, that's how I see it, right? If you don't like it, don't go to the con. I'm all about it. I don't really give a shit because it's just my job, right? If that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. I don't care. But Why you gotta make it all complicated for everybody? I gotta make it complicated for everybody. Just fucking use the Clear app. You don't anyway. That's just that's the convention tea that y'all love so much. So there's that. Yeah, that's it. Otherwise, it was the definition of going to work. I clocked in, I clocked out. Oh, actually, the fun stuff happened. Oh, my dog is knocking on my door. Come here, baby. Come on down. Hey, come lay down. Oh yeah, so I had an Airbnb. I was gonna stay at an Airbnb. And if you guys are following my Instagram story, you should know what happened. So I had stayed awake the night leading into Fanime. So when I get to the con, it's about a 2.5 hour drive depending on traffic from where I live. By the time I got set up at Fanime, I hadn't slept, and then I had the whole day of work, and then all that, and all I could think about was getting to that Airbnb and just knocking out. And I was just like, oh yes, we did it. We made a bunch of money. I survived. I didn't crash the car. How I could lay my head down. So it's one of those self-check-in Airbnbs, right? So I get to the room. That place was nasty. And it's not, and by nasty, I don't mean like it was a gross, dirty, like cheap rundown Airbnb. It was a nice Airbnb, but it wasn't cleaned. Like there was a fucking dirty ass towel with like a shit streak. I don't know if it was a shit streak, but it was like, it was dirty. Like they didn't clean it. There was a towel on the bed. There, like the bed wasn't made. There was like crumbs everywhere, and I was just like, so I hit up the dude who runs the Airbnb, and he was just like, oh man, I can have a cleaning crew out there in about 40 minutes. You mind waiting? I was like, bitch, it's like 11:30 at night. I was like, you mean you gonna try to have somebody out here maybe in 45 minutes, and then they're gonna have to clean the whole place? And I'm like, so what? I'm gonna go to sleep at like 2 a.m. So I ended up hitting up Airbnb, and they gave me a full discount, or excuse me, a full refund, and I just ended up sleeping in the car because I was just like, I can't stay awake. If I drive, I'm just gonna fucking crash. You end up staying at your aunt's? Fucking good. Do that shit. Stay at the aunt's. Jeez. Yeah, so what I ended up, and then so that was Friday night. And I always had the intention of driving home on Saturday night. So I did that. And then when Sunday night came around, because the convention went into Monday, I was just like, well, do I want to get a room for one night? I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to go home. So I ended up driving home again on Sunday night and then driving back to the con in the mornings. But I made the drive home in 2 hours. That wasn't me. Everybody on the road was doing like 90, 95. Like I was doing like 85 and people were zooming past me. And I was like, well, I guess. Nah, you know what it is? You remember how I had to go to Stanford? It's weird. Remember how I used to have to take my wife to Stanford for her treatments? And Stanford's like San Jose area, right? Which is where Fanime is. And we used to have to bust missions there and back the same day. Ever since we did those, I've been desensitized. I'm like, this drive is hella easy. Like mentally, I'm just like, fuck, this drive is hella easy. So I had that same mentality this weekend where I was like, oh no, I already done this. I already know what this drive is like. I know every bump on the road. I know everything about this drive. I'm gonna, but that's how I was all the whole weekend. I was like, bet, let's go. I was like, it's the bleach, man. It's affected my brain. Oh yeah. Just busting. But that's the thing though. Wasn't everybody this weekend driving like fucking maniacs? Like everybody was driving fucking crazy this weekend, man. Anyway. Yeah, so that was Fanime. It was easily the best. At first, I thought I had only beat my old Fanime numbers by $60 because I was doing my numbers and I was just like, oh shit, I broke my record by $60. And I forgot I left a big old wad of cash at home because like there's like I visited home in the middle of the convention. There's no reason for me to bring like racks of cash with me back to the con, right? I only went back to the con with like $100. So I was like, oh shit. So all things considered, dude, I fucking blew out my old record. Like I bodied my old record and I was like, oh shit. So I'm very happy about that. It is not my all-time convention record, nowhere near that, but it beat out all my old highest Fanime number, so I'm happy about that. Hey man, Fanime is just one of those cons. The reason it's so popular is because it feels very corporate now. I'm not gonna lie, you go there, you could feel how corporate it's getting. But Fanime has always prided itself on being by fans, for fans. They even put that in their fucking name. And I know a lot of cons talk like that, but not so much these days. But Fanime used to be like super duper fucking in contact with like their fans and stuff. And yeah, so anyway, the locals really support it's the local, like the Bay Area fucking support that show, and that's why it's so good. Plus, they ain't got shit else up there in regards to good anime conventions. They have a Silicon convention, whatever the fuck it's called these days. It's changed its name so many times. And they have so many non-anime conventions up there that the locals just support that show. But the more it grows, naturally the more corporate it gets, right? So anyway. Fanime, I consider that a staple show. What do I mean by that? That's a show that you should always try to get into. Like you see that weekend in May, you're just like, oh, that's Fanime weekend. Got to try to get into that. Oh, I didn't get in. I guess I'll do MomoCon because MomoCon's the next best choice you can have. MomoCon is borderline Fanime sales levels. So if you get into Momo, just take it. But like, you wouldn't be disappointed. MomoCon's fucking amazing too. But yeah. That's good. How was your attendee experience? Um in regards to like wait times. I heard a lot of the panels like I went into like I'm part of the Fanime Artist Alley Discord, but I'm also part of the Fanime fan group, like attendee fan group on Facebook. And I just went on there for a few minutes to kind of read what everyone was talking about. There's a lot of people complaining about a lot of stuff this year. So I'm just kind of curious how how that went. I'm gonna erase this section here. It's confusing me. You can mean tempted to quit. You can't just quit. You gotta get the con first, then you can quit. Now remember what we talked about, man. It's all on you. But don't rush it. We've talked about this before. It'd be different if you were like single and you didn't give a shit if you ended up homeless, right? You're just like, I don't give a fuck, right? But you got people who depend on you. You got a wife, you got kids and shit. My opinion is, once you get to that point and you got people relying on you, you playing with house money. I don't believe in that because I don't mind fucking up my own life, but I can't be fucking up other people's lives. I can't do that. Oh, you need the medical insurance at your job. Well, there's that too, right? So in a way, it's it's making that kind of like if you stop that job, then you'd have to pay for all that stuff out of pocket. So really, how much bank are you making at the cons? Honestly, because there's a heightened expense somewhere else in your budget. Just get there a bit early for the panels before people show up. Look, if I was an attendee at a con with the convention knowledge I have now, if the con opened at 10, my ass would be parked in the parking lot at 6:30. Why does the stream keep disconnecting? This is some bullshit. I pay so much money for this internet. If anyone's wondering what we're drinking, one of my buddies dropped off this Death Row Records hard seltzer to my table at Fanime. So, yeah, they do. I know somebody told me that you were using clear last year, which is obviously the better choice. I don't know, man. I don't know. And I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes of all that shit, right? And I also kind of don't care. Like I really don't care. But it's fun to talk about this stuff. And I don't know. All I know is it doesn't matter how poorly it's run. It's one of those shows where it's going to take a lot of really bad decisions to bring that show down. So even if the upcoming years they keep making weird choices, people are still going to go. Artist Alley will always sell out and it's always going to be good money. So despite all the little things that you read about it, people complaining. Talk about complaining. So Fanime has always prided itself on their jury system. It was, at least to me, one of the first conventions I had ever applied to that was doing the jury system. Never did first come, first serve. They like to curate their artist alley to make sure that, they get what they want. However, this year, even though it was juried, quote, quote, and I have my opinion about jury systems. I feel like a lot of jury systems for conventions are bullshit. It's always, we're going to get the people who we like, and then we're going to get people with a lot of followers, and then we're just going to put everyone else's name in a hat, put them in a toilet, flush the toilet, and whichever things are still floating, those are the ones we're going to keep. Like, that's how I feel about jury selection for most conventions. There were a couple of artists. I think there were 2 that had stolen artwork, and then 1 that had traced artwork from like still screenshots from anime. So I was just like, how the fuck? Oh, this your jury system, huh? Yeah. Luckily, I'm part of the Fanime Artist Alley Discord, and I was kind of watching. I didn't partake, but I was reading all the tea and I was watching, and they got those people kicked out because as a community, as an artist community, they complained enough and had proof, and they got that person kicked out. So that's fucking cool. Anyone got kicked out of the vendors this year? Last year, a big one did because the whole so I'm talking about in the Artist Alley. I remember last year I saw it on Twitter that somebody got kicked out because they wouldn't wear their mask. So I was hella paranoid this weekend. I was just like, it's not me. Not today. You're not gonna get me. So I had my mask on like the whole time. Like I didn't want to take it off to like take a drink because they're strict. They walk around with a fucking pole to measure the height of your table. So I guess we could talk about that now, where the restrictions on displays, on Artist Alley displays, are getting real strict around here. And so Fanime, you're not allowed to have anything standing on the floor. So you can't have like a photography display sitting on the floor, you know, and then have it go up like 15 feet. It was everything has to be mounted on the table and secured, and it could only go 6 feet above the table, and which is great because that's why I designed my new setup for. A-Con that I'm going to this weekend has the exact same restrictions. Like it's a 6-foot table. You can only build 6 feet up from the base of the table, and I'm sure they'll walk around with a little stick and measure it too. Um, I think that's kind of it. That's all I have to say about Fanime. Despite all these things that we talk about, despite all of that, you know, take yourself out of the tea and the drama and the convention politics, which you should remove yourself from that stuff anyway. Is it money? It is. Always do it if you get it. Fanime is lit. Okay, so not this week because I am going to be leaving for my next convention on Thursday. So next week we will be doing an unboxing. Oh, okay. You know what? We'll pause on the hold on. So I have some stuff that was sent to me. We won't open it now, but I'll show you guys. I have some cool stuff that was sent to me. And we'll have the full unboxing and announcement for this later. But there's a new TCG coming out called Alpha Clash. And we'll be opening all these on stream next week. But they sent me a whole kit because I am on the team of artists doing the artwork for these cards. Isn't that fucking cool? Again, the specific artwork that I'm doing for them is all NDA. I can't show you guys. But yeah, we will do an unboxing of this stuff. This particular set does not have my artwork on it. That's gonna come later. But it'll be cool to show you guys a little bit of gameplay and all that's, you know, I was just kind of waiting for this to come in before I made the announcement so I could show you guys. I'm strapped on time this week, so we'll do it next week. What was the big seller this year? Pokemon. My Pokemon drawing like decimated my other prints. Like I went home during the convention, and when I came home I just grabbed a couple prints, right, and I brought them with me. Nothing crazy, but I ran out of all my Pokemon prints and I had refilled them like twice because I came home, right? So I grabbed a little bit of everything and brought it with me. Trying to do all that. Fuck this lag, man. This internet crashing, right? Anyway, so what I'm doing is at every convention I'm going to be coloring. I'm going to be changing the color of two of the Pokemon on the print on the big Pokemon drawing. I'm going to make them shiny, and those two Pokemon will be available as shiny for a particular convention. So here. So this upcoming convention, let me give you an example. For this upcoming convention this weekend, I have a version of the Pokemon print where Mega Rayquaza is shiny, and then I have one where Wailord is shiny. Not together. They're one of them has Rayquaza, one of them has Wailord. I printed 2 of each of those, so that's a total of 4. And I'm gonna mix them into the first 50 prints. All right, and then I'm just gonna shuffle them in there, and as people are buying it, whoever gets it just gets it. All right, so then they'll get the shiny, and once they're gone, they're gone, and then I'm not gonna make those 2 anymore. And then for the next convention, I'll pick another 2 shiny. I'll pick another 2 Pokemon to turn shiny, shuffle those into the first 50 prints, and then we'll just do that every week, and then one day potentially I'll have turned everybody shiny, and then we could release a shiny version of the drawing. And you know who's going to determine which Pokemon are going to be shiny? The Patreon. I'm gonna let the Patreon vote on who to turn shiny in the print. Oh, speaking of the Patreon, it looks like Evangelion's gonna win. I did not see that shit coming. I did not think Ava was gonna win the Patreon votes. I believe I'm going to make Charizard shiny for the Anime Expo version of the print. I believe we'll do we'll do a shiny Charizard or a shiny. What does shiny Gigantamax Charizard look like? Oh, that's hella sick. Okay, so it's the same. It keeps that same like gray. Okay. Okay, so for Anime Expo, for sure, I'm gonna have the Gigantamax Charizard shiny. Yeah. Anyway, got a lot of stuff. As you can tell, there's a lot of shit going on over here. In this particular, in Chris Kaiko's office these days. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's the news. That's the news of the world over here. How y'all doing? What's up? What's new? What y'all keeping yourselves busy with this week? Exo, what are you fucking working on, man? You've been working like you've been producing shit like crazy. Oh, you're printing right now. What how many prints do you have to get done? Like, wait, you're printing or are you still producing right now? You're just like, I'm doing both. Oh hell nah, that's like too much. I have I really hope that you can finish your production soon and just get the prints done and just focus on, like the collection part of it. Like this weekend, it was the first time it's the first time I'd like collected on my art. like we've just been doing nothing but producing, but like this weekend was the first time I'd like collected on my art in fucking forever. And it was so nice because we've been fucking working so hard and I had not been getting any monetary return on it, right? Anyway, big thank you to everyone who came through at Fanime. It was a blast. Yeah, don't sweat it if you don't. Good. Good. What if we gave this character 4 arms? Because, you know why? Because I positioned this character too far up, and now I have a lot of negative space that I have nothing to do with, so we're going to give him 4 arms. Just to help fill in the space. Plus, it'll give me a chance to draw more hands. But back to what you're asking about what sold the best at the convention. Every piece that I had played a part. Sometime, you know, back in the day, I would have prints that wouldn't really contribute anything to the, you know, to sales. You know, especially the Animal Crossing or the old Overwatch drawing, but I debuted the new Overwatch piece. People fucking loved it. And the Yu-Gi-Oh piece, dude, yeah, banger. The Yu-Gi-Oh piece was a fucking banger. Like everyone loved it. And I had so many conversations of with people who used to play, and we actually would stand there and just talk for like minutes about, they're like, yeah, oh yeah, I used to play during this era, I used to play during that era. And everyone, if there's anything we all had in common, it was just like we all used to play when I came across someone who played competitively, we would always reminisce about like the misplays that we made. Like it would be like, yeah, I played during this tournament and I was doing really well and then I misplayed. Oh yeah, that like that's how meaningful those losses were to us. Like we can't remember what we ate for breakfast, but boy, we could remember the misplays we made like 15 years ago. You have 2 portfolio books of prints. One is completely full. How many pages is that? Like 50 pages? More power to you, dude. I would lose my fucking mind. I I am not like mentally built to handle like that many different prints. Actually, more power to all the artists out there who sell their artwork and you're managing like 100 different designs. I have 9 different designs and I'm just like, nah, that's too much. Like, what am I gonna do when I get to 10? Like, how am I gonna do this? Yeah. Remember how I said we weren't gonna do any line art? There's a good chance I was lying. So we will be applying the knowledge that we picked up during that 24-hour study stream last week with armor. So we did that study, and now we're gonna actually put that knowledge into practice here, into an actual illustration. I'm taking the in and out approach. We make cheeseburgers, and then we make cheeseburgers with more cheese. That's all we do. You want something else? Tough shit. Like that. So I timed it. It took me a total of 32 minutes to completely set up my booth. Like from suitcase, from like closed packed suitcases to completely set up, 32 minutes. And I was like, oh, that's fucking sweet. And again, that setup specifically works with my particular product. It's not going to work for everybody. If you have more than 9 different designs, like 99% of the artists in the artist alley, it's not going to work for you. What did you think you're going to do? That's what you get for thinking. You know what I mean? You excited to field test them? You're putting in a lot of hours on those things. Oh no. Hey, yeah, why am I drinking alcohol? It's gonna make me tired. Yeah, it's making me real tired. You know what else I'm tired of? Really high marker prices. You know what could help? If you use my affiliate code at checkout at copicmarkers.com. It'll give you 10% off your first purchase. Are you gonna change your display? Are you gonna change your display with all your new stuff? How do you say, like, the structure of your Damn. Yeah, you'll be playing around with your Artist Alley display for quite some time, and then eventually you'll figure out the combination of what you find works best for your artwork. You know, what works best for your artwork, what is affordable or like what makes sense to you economically, especially if you start flying, that will play a big part in your setup. And then it's also just like eventually you're gonna get fucking tired of carrying a bunch of shit around, and you're gonna turn into me and be like, look, I I got shit on my table. You either want it or you don't. Like that's, you know what I don't look forward to, because my table is my, like, I've designed it to work on 6-foot tables, right? I can make it work on an 8-foot table, but I don't like I don't think it looks as good. So I can't remember the size of the tables I'm getting from all my conventions this year, but I was just part of me that's really hoping that everything is just a 6-foot table, because I don't what am I gonna do? Go 8 if it's 8 foot. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Fucking like just put some plants on the sides because I got an extra foot on both sides. I'll put some plants on the sides. It'd be pretty. I'll order some on Amazon, send it to my hotel, and I'll just come up on day one. Boop, boop. Nah, son, you don't understand, because then I gotta carry shit around. The point of this is that I don't want to be carrying stuff anymore. So then my buddy at Fanime, he was just like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Because I hadn't seen him in a while, and he just showed me these really nice, really nice luggages that he's using to carry his stuff around to conventions. Really heavy duty. The casters are fucking like motorcycle tires, and I was like, man, that's pretty sweet. He's like, oh, you gonna get these? And I was just like, man, I don't give a fuck about this shit, man. I'm gonna invest $500 per luggage for what? For what? Like, they are pretty though. Well, I don't know if you've ever shopped for like heavy duty transportation gear, like things to transport instruments or sound equipment. But that stuff is, it's one of those things where you buy it once and then it's pretty much good for a lifetime. And a lot of them come with lifetime warranties too. Same thing with like Pelican. You've seen Pelican or SKB brand stuff, very heavy duty versus, a Samsonite suitcase. Even though it's really nice, it is not as tough as something like that. The insides of it have a shape that is usually more squared off, so you can put more things in it because you don't lose a lot of space on the edges. They're designed to be hauling gear. Stuff like Swiss or Samsonite suitcases, while good, are not designed to be lugged around with that kind of gear in it, and they will break eventually. So you spend $500, on something, you're gonna have it for life. So in the long term, it's actually cheaper to do that because you will be breaking these things, especially once you start flying. You're gonna break them. Like, you just break them. It's like Tupperware. It doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna break it. Like, it's gonna leak. I've already bought like 3 Samsonite suitcases at like $170 a pop. Or I could have just bought like a Pelican a long time ago, and I'd probably still be using that one right now. You know, one more luggage breakage, and I've already spent more than if I had just bought that Pelican. Yeah. And my puppy got to the casters on my current Samsonite current Samsonite bag, and I swear to fucking god, that thing's gonna go soon. Like my puppy got to the wheels and ate like the cushion off of it. Not ate, but like tore it up. Okay, so other than the unboxing of those cards, um, another thing that we have coming up, hopefully soon, is we're gonna have a stream where we will be opening up my Mobile Studio Pro. You guys remember my Mobile Studio Pro, which is basically it's a mobile Cintiq drawing tablet. It's made by Wacom. It's like a full laptop, but it's like a full tablet. Excuse me. It's like a normal laptop with a touchscreen tablet. Take your pen to it. But mine gave out on me. I'm getting the blue screen and all that shit, and I've been told that the way to repair that, just replace the hard drive that's in there for the boot drive. Just completely replace it, and you should be fine. So we're gonna have a live stream where we're gonna open it up. And I'm really scared. I'll open up a laptop like nothing, right? But the Mobile Studio Pro, it has a lot of small ribbon cables inside of it, and I'm really worried about tearing it. So if some shit goes wrong, you guys are gonna watch it on stream. We're also gonna upgrade the RAM on it because it's built in, I believe, with 16. That's weak as fuck. I think if I remember reading it right, and you guys can go double check for me if you fucking feel like it, but if I remember right, it can support up to 64. So we're just gonna max it out because we already got it open. So we're gonna be doing a little Wacom tablet rebuild on one of these streams because I need that mobile tablet with me while I travel because I have to do artwork for those cards that I showed you guys. So this is the Chris's dreams come true era, the blonde / Chris's dreams come true era, where I get to do artwork that's going to be put on trading cards, which is like, that's, I don't know, to me, I took on this I took on that project to be part of that team for that new trading card game because I fucking love cards. And now we're working with Copic marker, and I'm just like, bruh, fucking, it only took a decade, but we did it. Anyway, I'm just in a good mood right now. So it's the bleach. It's fried my brain. One, two, three, four, five. Let's think about some more Fanime stories. Oh, okay, we're back. I apologize about the stream shitting out. It's just what it is. Ugh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to unplug and replug my modem or something. But yeah, I've come across a lot of people, a lot of artists who are doing Artist Alley, and they're just like, yeah, man, I'm really inspired by your videos. I learned a lot. I want to start doing my own. I'm always supportive of it. I'm always just like, you should fucking do it. You know, you should do it. I'll watch it. I'll give you a view. Sometimes they'll do it, sometimes they won't, and those who do it usually are not consistent, or they stop because they realize how much fucking work it is to record while you're at a convention. But there is one artist who is very, very consistent, and her work, her Artist Alley vlogs, I really enjoy. Well, I'll actually, let me pull it up. There you go. So I dropped a link to her YouTube channel. Anyway, I I enjoy her videos because if you've ever watched some of these Artist Alley videos, a lot of them they're just full of a lot of fluff. Like mine lately are full of a lot of artsy fartsy shit just because I'm just having fun with my videos now. But hers are like very informative. They remind me of my old videos where they actually, you know, had things to talk about. But yeah, so I met her at Fanime and really cool. And if you're looking for Artist Alley vlogs, you should definitely check those ones. Check out hers. My favorite one's out right now. I have another. There's two channels who there are two Artist Alley vlog channels that I could recommend if anyone is interested. There's that one, and then my buddy Ashley, local buddy Ashley, has some really good videos too. The problem I have with her videos is there's kind of a lot of fluff. There's a lot of filler in basically I'm saying if I were editing those videos, I probably could trim out a good 5 minutes out of a lot of them. But my point is those are the two channels I would recommend if you're looking for good, consistent Artist Alley vlogs. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try and change a setting here to make sure that the internet stops fucking up. Just hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back in like 1 minute. Okay, I think. Okay. Well, I tried to adjust some stuff for the stream, but it looks like. Oops. I tried to adjust some of the settings, but looks like I would have to restart the stream for those changes to apply. So fucking whatever. that's kind of all I have to say in regards to like updates and stuff. So I guess from here we're just going to be drawing. Yeah, that's it. That's all the updates I have for y'all. Now we can actually get focusing on this stream. So I'm just putting down the pencil drafts. Then I'm going to hit it with the eraser, but we're not going to completely erase everything. I'm going to just lift a lot of the pencils to make it lighter. And then we're going to do this whole thing without any line art, okay? we're going to use nothing but warm gray Copic markers. Probably a combination of warm and cool gray Copic markers. I want this armor to look gold, okay? I'm going to add a couple of days to the you see we have the the 24-hour architecture study community channel points challenge. I'm going to increase the amount of days that you have to fulfill that because see, it says there's 13 days left. I'm going to add 7 days. There you go. I've extended it by 7 days. That way you have more time to get to it, because you know I didn't stream this weekend, which I don't know if you're aware. This past weekend was the first time we had not put in any stream hours on a day since December 23rd. We had put in stream hours literally every day since December 26th up until this past weekend. And I'm a little sad about that. It's like, god damn it, we had a good thing going. We had a good streak going. Almost, what do we got? Almost 6 months? Or no, we did 6 months. 6 months, yeah. Of streaming every day. I don't know if y'all knew that or noticed that, but yeah. My wife was just like, don't fucking trip on it, dude. Who cares? I was just like, yeah, that's true. I don't really care. I was like, I was kind of sad for a minute. But once I realized, I was just like, well, nothing you can do about it. I don't give a shit now. Whatever. we had an art question in the Discord, which I would like to discuss. Somebody in my Discord, link in the chat, asks, how do you get faster at drawing? The only real way to get faster at drawing is familiarity. The more familiar you are with any particular topic, the quicker you're going to be. How do you get more familiar? Well, practice, repetition, study, and patience. I can't forget patience. Yeah, so the only real way to get faster at drawing anything is just getting more familiar with it. I don't think that's the answer they wanted to hear. But the answer to everything is just practice, though. That's like the answer, not just in art, but like to everything. The answer is just repetition and practice. Like, how do I get better at running? Start practicing. What do you mean practicing? You know, run more. Oh, that's whack. You're not being inclusive to people who don't have time to practice. I mean, like, if you spend an entire, let's say you spend 6 months and all you practice is drawing dogs, even just like specifically one breed of dog, and that's all you draw for 6 months, you're gonna be hella fast at it. You're gonna be hella good at it, right? I mean, you're not gonna be able to draw shit else, but boy, you gonna draw a mean dog, right? Oh man, I haven't heard that ding in a long time. Thank you for the follow. You know, we broke our 6-month stream streak. Oh, that's sick. Was Super Saiyan. Yeah, the hair's a little flat right now. There's not a lot of volume to it because I'm still... after you bleach it, you're supposed to... Yeah, you can't wash it. You should avoid washing your hair for as long as humanly possible after you bleach it to kind of let it basically rehydrate is the best way to describe it. Oh, fucking haven't washed my hair and like tomorrow will be a week. That's crazy. I mean, I've taken showers, but I haven't washed it in that long. So I think tomorrow night will be my first time washing it. So I'll have gone an entire week, which is great. Like that's so good for the hair after a bleach. So hopefully, not hopefully. So actually after I do finally wash it, and you know, it's fully hydrated and then it's washed and we get all the volume back. Oh, it's gonna look glorious. CXO, that's good though. I mean, like, that means you're making the most of your time, you know? And you know what else? There are artists who will do this full time who don't produce as much as you. Like me. Doing large scale. Yeah, but I'm talking about like I don't do a lot of producing. If you think about it, like I do those collages, the masterworks, but in regards to other producing, I don't really like. I will now that we're working on like the card game and all that stuff, but like some people just create artwork just to share it online. I don't do that. And I wonder sometimes. Just like how as a full-time artist, I'm just like, it just seems so, I don't know. mileage is good. So even if you're drawing stuff specifically just to share on the internet for likes and stuff, that's still practice and that's good. But man, I could not do that. They say we are currently, well, this is going to be a Copic marker illustration right here. So I'm just getting the to lift some of the pencils out, but not all the pencils. And then we're going to be, and then we talked about and what to expect moving forward. Also, if anyone has, but I'm not good at like building design, Dragon Ball, but that was high hopes. But in regards to overall consistency. Gray, hand it to them. Like, I announced this earlier until I got this package in the mail, but there's a new TCG coming out called Alpha Clash, right? I am part of the team doing artwork for these cards, and I can't show the artwork that I've done yet, but we can open. We're going to be opening this care package on stream next week, and you guys get to see like the first set of cards that were made. Mine are going to come out way later, but I'm part of the team doing the artwork for this, so I'm very excited about that. So if you're interested in this, stay tuned. Next week we'll do the unboxing, and we'll have my warm gray brush pen user. But for this, I appreciate it. Do you have a link? But there's no vault for a while, and you could see it in my YouTube series. But I was just like, but and stuff done. I mean. I'm gonna. Okay, we'll lift a little bit of the pencils. Honestly, we could just ink right on top of this. We could just marker right on top of all of this. Am I being lazy though? Is the question. Am I being lazy because I don't want to do the whole erasing process? This is gonna take like. Okay, hold on. We'll erase the sections that I intend to put highlights on. Okay. Okay, we'll lift stuff. We'll lift stuff. See how the camera's not as shaky as it normally is? You want to know what it is? There's an adjustment screw on the bottom of my arm over here, and I didn't realize it was undone. So for the past like year, we've had a wobbly camera for like no fucking reason when I could have just tightened that screw. I hope you guys welcome. This is a professional stream. Can you erase the pencil underneath after you color? No. Once you put the alcohol marker on top of it, it like seals it away forever. I'm gonna take a picture of my dog. She's smiling. I'll put it up in the Discord. Cool. Bash, what's up? I know, right? Like that. Disappointment. Yes. I'm not against sketchy lines, right? We'll just lift some of it, but not all of it. We are going to be pushing the shadows pretty hard though, because I do want, like, naturally the lighting. I was thinking about doing it from underneath to give it a really sinister look, because you know, under lighting, and then that will also give us the opportunity to put like on the hand, the light's coming from underneath. The hand can catch a lot of the light right there, and then we can, you know. Yeah, so it would be, we just have the light, and then up here it's gonna catch shadow on the torso protection section, and that'll be a nice contrast because that'll be in the shadow, and then the arm and the hand are gonna catch light, so it'll be a nice contrast there. So go light, dark, light. Top part will be dark, and then we can have this top armor catch light, and then it'll turn dark right here, and then underneath the helmet. Right there, we'll catch a little bit of light. Underneath the horns, we'll catch light. And all the cape will be dark. Yeah, so actually the setup is really good. The setup is would work out unintentionally, by the way. I didn't plan that out. We got lucky. We just got super lucky. So if we go under lighting, we'll have sections of where it'll separate between light and dark. So actually it's gonna work out. We're gonna do that, yeah. So W8, W6, W4, or actually gonna be W5 because I don't have a 4. I don't have a 4. I have a 4 pen, but I only have a 5 refill. I need to go buy more refills. And then I have a W0 over here. And then we'll do that. That should be all you need to do this. Okay. Give me 1 second. Your math like an OC. I'm just under the armor, you know, him and Madion's most popular anything. I guess we'll have to clean up some of the erasers, or excuse me, clean up some of the pencils as we go. Okay, we need to go a little darker. Probably what are we doing? Go C4, I guess. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So we're gonna do the first pass on the colors here, and then like the simple gradients. World, something comforting, mix. I fucking have it. I'm not a huge. That's a good way to describe it. When you say it like that, I understand. I mean, I think. No, Lightbox is good. Are we talking about in sales? I mean, I assume I haven't sold there, and I actually haven't talked to anybody in regards. And to make higher contrast between these parts to separate. Like, it's easy to separate parts with line art, but to do it using only like values is tricky. Overlord, Overlord, what you been working on? Your workload's heavy, so you haven't been streaming much? At Fanime this past weekend, I broke my 6-month streaming every day streak. I was kind of sad. So next week, we're gonna be doing an unboxing of these Alpha Clash, which is a new TCG. I'm part of the team that's gonna do the artwork. That's doing the artwork for this. So we will be doing an unboxing of this whole little kit they sent me, and we're gonna have my wife on stream, so that'll be the first time y'all see her. So we'll do that next week. That's gonna be really fun. Cardboard. That's the best way to describe it. Also, we're sipping on this. My friend gave it to me at Fanime. It's Death Row Records Hardcore Seltzer. It's really good. It's by Snoop. He has a red wine. That's actually, I actually think it's pretty good. I'm not like a huge wine person. Well, actually, I wasn't until I got with my wife. My wife is white, so she like knows all about wine. No, but yeah, I forgot what it's called, but he has a wine, and I actually think it's pretty good. It's a red wine. Wine comes in boxes now? God damn. No. It's not a commission. This is just a it's just a little Copic marker demo. What I wanted to do here, what we're doing here is we are going to do this entire thing without any line art. I'm strictly going to be using values we're strictly going to be using values to do this piece. I think so. Right now, the darkest value I've gone is 6. I think we need to push it like one step further, but we'll determine that later. So right now I'm using a 6 and lower, and when it's all done, if we need to go a little bit darker to help separate some of the sections, because like it can potentially get washed together and you won't be able to see separations in like the fingers and stuff. Like it's easy to do that when you have black line art, but when you're doing just color, like a painting, you know, or like fucking Samurai Jack. You know, Samurai Jack has no line art. That whole fucking show is just it's just you separating everything with just colors. Yeah, it's like a giant moving painting. It's fucking amazing. Anyway. Did y'all know that Shaq is a DJ named DJ Diesel? The first time I saw DJ Diesel was at EDC 2021, and I promise you, though I was not totally sober, I promise you, some of the visuals he had, because he goes really hard, so it was like, I swear to God, like a basketball went across. It was like, you know how dubstep visuals go, right? And then it was like boom, 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 boom. Like a basketball. Yeah, Shaq's been DJing for a long time, but he's only kind of picked up steam and popularity kind of recently, past couple of years. Because he's starting to book like bigger venue shows. Again, I'm pretty sure that happened with the little basketball that flew across the screen. I mean, I was on that shit, but I'm pretty sure that happened. I wonder if it's because of his size. I wonder if it's easier or harder to DJ, because he should be able to hit multiple things. Because you see, when you got the controller in front of you, you gotta like reach over. But he could go like, he could like hit the fader, and like he could hit like everything with just like standing still, because his hand is so big. So yeah, Tim, what we're doing here is we're gonna skip, like I said earlier, we're gonna skip the line art step, and I want to be able to communicate everything strictly through values. So you wanted to know a little trick about doing highly reflective surfaces. A lot of it, like you could really kind of bullshit a lot of it. Just honestly, like if you look at Alex Ross, and I know he uses reference to get his reflections, which is why they look so good. But objectively, a lot of highly reflective surfaces, the way that the reflections lay on those surfaces is kind of nonsense. Like it's like chaos. It's so random. So if you study highly reflective surfaces, the way they look, there's like a look to it, but there's no like structure. There's no like definitive structure. I'm talking about highly reflective surfaces, so as long as you can get it to kind of look that way, you can get away with it. And after you study enough and you look at highly reflective surfaces enough, you'll start to kind of get an eye. You'll kind of get an eye for it. All right, man, go You gonna get some rest, or you gonna go wake up and try and get some more work done, or what's up? I mean, you got work in the morning. I would recommend you go to sleep, but that's just what I think. And you don't pay me to think. A lot of you don't pay me at all. Damn it. Gotta refill this pen. Yeah, I'm gonna be pulling an all-nighter tonight. I want to get everything done tonight. Then I have to leave on Thursday for this convention, so I really want to be able to spend time with my family. I was gonna say tomorrow, but technically later today. So refill this pen. We gotta let it kind of soak in a little bit. No, man, you just got goals, and goals require X amount of work. And it's not your fault there's only a certain amount of hours in the day to get all that work done. Oh, this song, it's you know, it's Madion's Beings, but it's here. Hold on. No, it's Madion's Beings, but it's with Thought Criminal. So you already knew Thought Criminal, yeah, so it's... But the first section of it has, here. I forgot the name of the song. Yeah, this live set that we're listening to, this is a DJ not Porter Robinson's mix from the Magra set live stream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure once we lay down this first set of colors on here. We're gonna have to push the values a little bit harder to create like a more aggressive like separation of like the plates, the armor plates. So we'll do this, and then we'll go back in with a probably go up to an 8, because we're only value wise, we're the darkest we've gone is a 6. We're probably gonna have to push it to an 8. But that's why you start light. You can always make it darker. You can't always go lighter. It's like putting salt on food. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Too much, take it back. Oh, a little earthquake. Oh yeah, the Second Sky 2021, right? Yeah. Oh, I was there for that one too. When he played Shelter at the near the end of his, like basically at the end of his set, he played Shelter, and that was like right when the sun was setting, and it was just like amazing. I put that clip on Twitter, and Marion gave it a like, and I was just like oh, you were peeking. I know, right? I can't do that shit anymore, man. I can't roll. I can't do any of that stuff anymore, man. It's, you know how back in the day, it felt like a parent would, if you caught your kid smoking cigarettes, you'd be all like, "Oh yeah, well how about you smoke a whole carton of cigarettes?" And then all of a sudden, like the kid just can't smoke anymore. Like they don't want to smoke anymore because it got them sick, which works, by the way. That's like me, man. Yeah, the younger version of me for sure. Fucking reload every 2 hours, whatever, right? Because of shit, but. Me, these days, I can't. I physically can't do that anymore. Dude, how awesome, like, again, I hate saying this, but with COVID, how awesome was that era of, like, virtual raves? Like, my wife and I used to hang out here, and, I actually bought, like, I bought strobe lights and shit. Like the house turned into a fucking we turned it into like a fucking underground dungeon, right? And yeah, what, you know, with all the virtual raves gone, it's, yeah. Okay. I know it's a shame that you guys aren't going to be able to see me finish this, but I am moving way too slow for my own good. I have a lot to get done tonight. So you've seen our process, right? I'm going to finish this off stream. I'm going to record it though, and I'll have the time lapse up available. But I need to start moving a little bit faster. And sitting here talking about Porter, while productive, is not the specific kind of productive I need to be right now. So let's go raid somebody. We're gonna go raid my buddy Jim. His Twitch channel is doing really well. He's a super hard worker. So we'll sit here and let the song end, and we'll let the raid launch and do its own thing. So I invite everybody to join our Discord. I would appreciate it. It's if you like the chill that we have here, it's that but in Discord form. So but yeah, I will catch you at AX. I'm really looking forward to it. It's super close. It's like a month away. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out. And tell Jim I said hi, but tell him I fucking left because I got shit to do. So All right, I'll see you guys.